The Sundarbans is not one animal, but an entire living system, where predators, prey, birds, reptiles, fish, insects.
This is the Sundarbans, a world shaped by tides, forests, rivers, and wildlife. Morning begins quietly in the Sundarbans. The first sunlight touches the mangrove forest, while birds begin another day along the river.
Along the muddy banks, life is already moving. Small creatures search for food while monkeys watch from the trees above.
Deep inside the forest, the Royal Bengal Tiger moves silently through its territory. Every step is careful. In this forest, the tiger listens before it moves. One deer raises its head. For these animals, staying alert can mean the difference between safety and danger. One deer raises its head. For these animals, staying alert can mean the difference between safety and danger. Below the surface, another ancient predator moves through the tidal waters, the saltwater crocodile. On the muddy bank, the crocodile pauses beneath the warm light. Wild boars dig through the wet soil, searching for food hidden beneath the forest floor. After finding what they need, the herd disappears deeper into the mangroves.
High above the forest floor, monkeys move quickly through the tangled branches.
From below, the canopy becomes a busy world of movement and sound. Hidden among the roots, a giant python waits quietly. Then, slowly and silently, it begins to move through the mud. Above the river, a kingfisher waits patiently for the perfect moment.
In a single burst of speed, the bird dives, catches its meal, and returns to the branch.
Cormorants gather along the riverbank, drying their wings in the morning sun.
Moments later, they return to the water, diving beneath the surface in search of fish.
White egrets carefully search the shallow water and mud for their next meal.
One quick movement is enough. The egret catches its meal.
Farther along the river, Irrawaddy dolphins briefly surface in the tidal water.
For only a moment, two dolphins travel together before disappearing beneath the river.
On the mudflats, hundreds of tiny crabs emerge as the tide changes. Inside the forest, thousands of bees work together around a busy natural hive. Every bee has a role, and together they keep the colony alive. From the vegetation, a cautious fox appears and begins exploring the riverbank.
It stops for a moment, watching the water for any sign of danger or food.
Another hunter moves quietly through the undergrowth, the elusive fishing cat. Near the water, it waits patiently for an opportunity to catch fish. Among the roots, a large monitor lizard climbs carefully over the tangled forest floor. Slowly, it leaves the roots and disappears across the muddy ground. Along the quiet riverbank, turtles warm themselves beneath the sunlight. One turtle slowly returns to the river. Beneath the leaves, a cobra raises its head and listens to the forest. After a moment, it lowers its hood and quietly disappears into the vegetation. High above the river, A Brahmini kite rides the warm air currents.
From beneath the canopy, the bird appears to float silently across the sky.
On a high branch, an eagle watches the forest below. Then it launches into the air and disappears over the river. In the shallow water, long-legged birds search carefully for small fish and aquatic life. Every step disturbs the shallow water, revealing small creatures beneath. Green parrots gather in the canopy, filling the forest with their calls. On the forest floor, a small songbird searches among the wet leaves for food.
Then it rises to a branch and fills the quiet forest with its song.
A woodpecker searches the old tree trunk for hidden insects.
Each strike reveals another tiny part of the forest's hidden life.
Even the smallest creatures add movement and color to the forest. In the sunlight, their delicate wings seem to glow. In this fictional wildlife vision, enormous elephants appear in a landscape inspired by the mangrove wilderness. The massive animals move slowly through the imagined landscape, surrounded by dense green vegetation. In another fictional scene, a powerful lion appears in an imagined version of the wilderness. Predator and prey share the same forest, separated by distance and instinct. The deer remain alert, while the tiger quietly moves away. Along the riverbank, a crocodile rests, while a careful egret searches nearby. Both animals remain focused on their own survival.
From the ground, the canopy looks like a living world above your head.
One tree can become a home for many different species at the same time.
The tide begins to rise, carrying water deeper into the mangrove forest. From above, the tide reveals how closely the forest is connected to the river. Suddenly, the herd senses something nearby. Far away, a tiger has stopped too. Both animals are listening. The silence breaks with the powerful roar of the tiger.
High above the ground, the monkeys hear the warning and quickly move higher.
As the weather changes, the crocodile slips quietly back into the river. Even the tiger continues moving through the storm. For a moment, it pauses beneath the shelter of a large tree. The rising river carries the crocodile through the changing tidal waters. From above, its movement leaves a long trail across the water. Sunlight returns, turning every drop of water into a tiny reflection.
The deer leave their shelter and continue searching for food.
The herd moves carefully through the narrow forest path. High in the canopy, the monkeys return to their energetic routine. One curious monkey comes down to search among the roots. Above the river, many species share the same sky. Their shadows move across the water as the flock travels over the forest. The forest begins to change as daylight slowly fades. At dusk, the tiger begins another silent journey through its territory. On the riverbank, the crocodile rests as the final light disappears. When darkness arrives, the night creatures begin their work. An owl watches silently as bats move through the night air. Even in darkness, life continues beneath the trees and beside the river.
The Sundarbans is not one animal, but an entire living system, where predators, prey, birds, reptiles, fish, insects.
This is the Sundarbans, a world shaped by tides, forests, rivers, and wildlife.